Closing costs. So what are closing costs? What goes into buying the home? So you'll have your down payment, which is completely separate. Then we'll have closing costs. Think of it in two categories here. So first category being your mortgage fees and your title fees. Second category is going to be your escrow. So homeowners insurance and taxes and some little government fees. It's usually like $150. So nothing too crazy with the government fees. But jumping into it, mortgage fees. So how much is the underwriting fee? Discount points. Are you trying to lower your monthly payment by spending some money to get a better interest rate? Those are called discount points. With me, generally speaking, there's no underwriting fee. Discount points with me, I've been really suggesting people not pay discount points for a while now since rates have been higher and waiting to spend whenever you refinance. But if you want to spend some money in discount points, you can. That all jumps into the mortgage section. Title fees they're usually between $3,000 to $5,000. The big piece there and why it ranges is there's a title policy that usually the seller pays for, but you could pay for it if you wanted to make your offer stand out. That title policy can be $2,000. It can be $3,500 to $4,000, depending on the title policy. So usually, again, it can be seller paid, or it usually is seller paid. But if you wanted to pay for it, you can. So that's why on the cheap side of title, it's about $3,000. The expensive side of title, it can go up to $5,000 roughly. That's that side. So $5,000 total. If you're no origination fee, no discount points, $5,000. Worst case scenario kind of for title. Jump to this side. This side is going to be your escrows. So what is your escrows? Your escrows is your taxes and homeowners insurance. So the biggest one that varies, again, because this one's $5,000, this one's going to be pretty close to $5,000. The number one thing is your homeowners insurance policy. You'll get a homeowners insurance policy. You'll pay for that at closing. So if you pick a $2,500 policy, you'll pay that $2,500 at closing. If you pick a $4,500 policy, you'll pay for that $4,500 policy at closing. Regulations also say that unless you waive your escrow, so you can waive these or you don't got to fiddle with them, you got to do a conventional mortgage, and usually you got to put 20% down. Ask me if you're interested, though, and I can explain that in more detail. But most people want to have an escrow. Your taxes and homeowners insurance, you got to put 3 months into your escrow account of each. So you're paying your full year homeowners insurance policy up front, 3 months of insurance, and then 3 months of taxes. That typically ranges around to where on the cheap side of insurance, it can be $4,000 to $5,000. The expensive side, it could be $5,000 to $7,000 if you get a really expensive insurance policy, or you're looking at homes with a big tax rate. So combine those two, and this is where you get the wide range. On the cheap side, if you have cheap of both, it's probably going to get closer to $8,000. If you have expensive both, it's probably going to be closer to $12,000. So I like to use in the middle, like around $10,000 is what I typically use. Who pays for this? It's up to what y'all negotiate. So if the seller is willing to give you guys $10,000 seller credit, that wipes out all of it. We'll take that $10,000, we'll put it towards that. It's pretty common for that to happen. It's not something that's you never see. It's called seller credit. It happens on most deals right now. Or flip side of that, so best case scenario, you pay for none of it. Seller pays for it all. Worst case scenario, as far as fees go, you will, let's say you're buying a home and there's 5 offers on the home and you're like, we're going to be devastated. This is the perfect home. You can tell the seller, hey, we'll cover everything, to where you cover everything. So sometimes you can meet in the middle too. The seller will give you $5,000 seller credit. So they pay $5,000, you pay $5,000. Everyone's happy there too. So it depends on who pays for what, but generally speaking, that is what closing cost is. If you have any questions, if you want a breakdown of a fee, anything like that, or have a question about them at all, shoot me a text or give me a phone call. Have a blessed day. Bye.